if you look at Pan Asia, we are very unique in terms of market landscape perspective. We have multicultural, in this part of the world, and of course, I think a lot of governments right now, especially with the telcos, they are really emphasized on the digital transformation. If you look at the infrastructure perspective, this has played a very important role to any countries that we have been talking to, many of the operators that we have been dealing with. So with that, DZS can bring a lot of value really into the challenges that a lot of operators are basically encountering. For instance, we are basically specializing in terms of the access edge. We do have the optical edge, the cloud edge, and also in terms of the subscriber edge. So we think this solution perspective can able to bring a lot of value to our customer, and they can able to use that to value proposition to the customer's point of view. So predominantly DZS, we are very service provider centric. That means we are handling a lot of tier 1 operators across the entire Pan Asia. Of course, we do have the enterprise market, which is comprised of hospitality, the retail, the MDU, and also in terms of the education sector. So this will give us a very good mixture in terms of business revenue across two different landscape or sectors perspective. So the challenges that we are encountering, towards this region is more towards, customer are basically much more demanding compared to the rest of the world. So that means they are looking for, fast to deploy, right, go-to-market strategy, and the value propositions. And this is basically fall in line with our DZS philosophy, and also fall into our DNA as well. That's why we are building a lot of solutions surrounding the ecosystem, able to enable the customer to really move into the challenges and resolve the pain points together with the customer. That is what we see in terms of the value through DZS. So we do have two different sets of partners. We have local partners are basically engaging with us on the daily basis to manage all the customers that we have. Like I just mentioned in the second questions, we do have customers surrounding, not only limited to the service provider, we do have customers across the enterprise market as well. So the partners are basically very specific to the industry. Of course, the partners that we have towards the service provider, predominantly they are very experienced, and we have been collaborate with them for many years. So that will give a very strong bond between us and the partners to really work into the operators. So we see that this is a very good business model across the Pan Asia market. Nevertheless, we also have a lot of engagement with the global partner perspective. And if you look at the 5G demand, nowadays are getting higher and higher. The uptake for the bandwidth, for the subscriber, the machine-to-machine learning are getting much more intensive. So with the partners that we have in place on the global arena perspective, this will give us a very good synergy to work into those accounts that whereby they want to bring the 5G to the next level. So the good thing about DZS is that because we have a very strong team located in APAC. In fact, our HQ for APAC is actually located in Korea, right? And at the same time, we have a very strong DNA in US market as well. So this will give us a very good mixture in terms of understanding, the culture, the behavior of the customer in this part of the APAC. At the same time, we do have a lot of innovation coming out from the US and also the Europe market as well. So if I look at the the scalability wise and also the flexibility wise, we are basically really focusing on the broadband forum. We are one of the major contributors in terms of broadband forum. So a lot of technology that we are building across for the next couple of months, or even though we have development since 2 years ago, are basically aligned with the strategy with the operators' needs for the next 5 to 6 years from now. So we are very confident with solutioning surrounding the OLT, especially with the SDNC, SDN controller perspective. This will give the operator a lot of flexibility to engage and also to transform to a newer operators model perspective.